Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is February 21st, 2024. It is a Wednesday. Trying out some new cables here. I have some interference buzz from my system going into the mixer. So if y'all hear that buzz, you let me know. I'm going to bring this up again later for folks when people start joining the show. So far we don't have anybody joining the show at this point. Tonight's coffee is Butter Pecan from New England brand coffee. Move some things around. I moved my big iron a little bit. Don't know if it's still properly viewable, but there it is. My big iron on my hip. I don't generally get this over here. Don't generally carry that on my hip, but it is what it is. Okay. Turned my Constitution. It's right up there. Right there. Right there. It was getting a little bit too much glare from the light. So I kind of turned that. So now it's not getting washed out. Hopefully that'll be fine. Fine as wine, right as rain. I've been taking more clips of the show, making them into shorts, and putting them online for folks. Here, Instagram, and Facebook. And that's always fun. I got to go through shows and just take out a minute or less, massage it a bit, and throw it on up for y'all. Tilt my hat back a little bit. You can see my face. Yeah, when I normally wear my hat, it's down like it was before. Because I have photosensitive eyes. I do not like these lights. Do not like them. So again, out in the big wide world, I keep my hat pulled a little bit lower. Shade them. I can use a ball cap, but and I do when I'm working. Or when I'm just out and about, I prefer the Western hat because it gives me shade from the side as well. Doesn't do it much here because I got my lights coming in directly from the side, so. All righty here. Again, waiting for folks to join the show. The mother of the Kansas City shooter, one of them, had put up a GoFundMe page because, her son was having a hard time navigating these trying times. Little thug is what he is. He was I believe that was from the 23-year-old. He had already had a conviction from drawing a gun at a basketball game, an open court game, to settle a dispute. So this isn't the first time he pulled a gat. So, yeah, crazy. Yeah. Oh, we got a gun problem. No, we don't. We got a thug problem. We got a culture problem. If you take out suicide and gang violence, and I would consider this gang violence, it's definitely because it was two groups of people, and the two cocks of the walk decided they were going to squawk at each other. One was 18 and one was 23. So then they started pulling and blasting. least one of them did. One, according to the accounts, he was turned and walked away, and then Mr. 23-year-old just opened up on him. So yeah, this is a culture problem. This is not a gun problem. You remove those from the equation, and the biggest chunk of gun violence and gun deaths disappeared. Imagine that. And of course, all of the media, they didn't want to post up who he was, and government officials there in Kansas City didn't want to give the information because how dare you? Hey, we've got to protect the identity of minors. Got to protect their identity. No, you didn't give a shit about Kyle Rittenhouse. He was 17. You didn't give a shit about how about the Kansas City chief kid? He was what, 9? People didn't give two shits about his identity. Oh, you mean the black guys? Yeah, we can't do that. It wasn't because they were minors, because neither of these two jackwagons were minors. Neither of them were. Again, 23 and 18. 23 and 18. Both adults. Both black. But yeah, she started GoFundMe. I think it gained $100 by the time they shut it down. It's like, no, you can't be doing this shit. You can't be doing this shit. Yeah. Darling angels. Didn't do nothing. Trump was at a Fox News town hall that was moderated by Laura Ingraham. And she asked him, hey, you got a short list of VP candidates, potential candidates, and hey, would it is DeSantis, Scott, Vivek, Byron Donalds, Kristi Noem, and Tulsi Gabbard, are they on the list? And Trump goes, they are. And then he continued with, honestly, all of those people are good. They're all good. They're all solid. Really? Really? So I guess everybody just forgets where Trump had said that he is not considering anybody for the VP slot that ran against him. Okay, well, let's see here. DeSantis, Scott, Vivek. Really? But they're on the list, huh? And they're all solid choices. I'd spoken up on Kristi Noem. I think she's a solid choice. I don't think Trump's going to pick her. She's too she's too strong. Trump kind of likes to have all the attention to himself. That's why he picked the last one. That's why he picked Pence. But Tulsi Gabbard? Oh, yeah, that makes some people feel good, but Tulsi Gabbard is a sane Democrat, but she's a Democrat. She's also anti-Second Amendment, and she's open borders. So, like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Stop it. Stop it. But this again, it goes back to why I've said I will never run for office. I just won't do it. Because I can't handle the backstabbing, the talking shit and trying to ruin people's lives, and then the second things switch, and then it's okay. It's just politics. It doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Hey, to the new viewers of the show, welcome to the show. Post up and say hello. tell me how the sound is. My numbers are good. Like I said, I don't know whether or not the high-pitched buzz is making it out to y'all. I can hear it in the recording sometime, but normally if it's on the phone or YouTube after the fact and I listen to it, I can't hear it. But I got to figure it out. I got a bad connection in my audio system. And I have replaced. I've swapped out a line. Like hopefully that'll take care of it. Well, sort of does. And then if I do a half jack, so I'm only pulling half, pulling the left, it just the buzz goes away. The high pitch buzz goes away. But the problem is then when I try to bring in some stuff like from YouTube and import it in, you can't hear it. For some reason, you just can't hear it. So that's what it is. But yeah, I could never be in political office. No. Back when they allowed dueling, I guess we could do that. I can't do it now. I just can't. Alrighty here. Marilyn Mosby, the former state attorney general, or not state attorney general, state's attorney out of Baltimore. Man, I got a headache. It rolled in about a half an hour before the show started. Well, no, about an hour before the show started. So we'll see how this goes. Former state's attorney from Baltimore. The Freddie Gray attorney, the one that prosecuted the 6 cops that were tangentially associated with Freddie Gray's death, which she failed to be able to get a single conviction. I think 3 were acquitted and 3 were dropped. Well, she's just had to face 2 separate trials of her own, and she was found guilty in 2 trials of 2 counts of perjury and 1 count of mortgage fraud. So she's already appealed some of it, and one has been shot down. So we'll see how much time or what punishment she's going to get out of that. But yeah, there it is. Who'd have thunk it? No, who'd have thunk it, really? I posted up today. Beyonce is to country music as RuPaul is to women. That, my friends, is a God's honest truth. Beyonce is to country music as RuPaul is to women. Now, I think the funny part is the left and all of her fans, and they think that she's doing something. Oh, yeah. Oh, and she hit number 1 in the charts. She didn't hit number 1 in the country charts. And there's country music stations refusing to play her album. Yeah, and rightly so. She's as much country music as that dude swimmer is a gal. Yeah. No. She looks like a 304 in her videos and in her photo shoots. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll say dressing like a whore and putting on gaudy earrings and a cowboy hat doesn't make you country. It doesn't work like that. It really doesn't. But there you have it. Got some more content. I recycled some freedom of the press, another misunderstood right, from an article that I wrote in 2021. Go to my Facebook page and read it. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Still waiting for people to roll in. If they do not roll in a timely manner, I'm gonna shut down. I usually give them about 20 minutes in. So that's 5 minutes lead time and then 20 minutes in. It's 25 total, and if people don't want to join the show by then there it is. I call it a night. Relax, turn on TV, watch some shows a little bit. Right now I'm watching The Good Place. The Good Place. It's a time killer. Netflix season show. It's a time killer. Not horrible, but not good by any stretch of the imagination. It's a time killer. Not so bad that I don't want to watch it. It's got some wokish crap thrown in there, but it's halfway entertaining. There's some shows that I just can't. I just get into it. It's like, no, this ain't happening. But this one, nah. So I'll muddle through. I'm a good bit into it. I'm guessing some plots. I haven't been wrong thus far with the show. But again, folks, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining. Go ahead and say hi. I see you out there. I see the numbers. I mean, I could just roll some stuff. I got something sitting in the side. There we go. I can't talk. I got stuff waiting in the wings. There we go. But this isn't a pre-recorded, massaged podcast, so I kind of need folks to be watching. And if they're not watching, I ain't doing it. Oh, my goodness. It got to 40 today. The girls are still laying away. Got to 40. It was a good day. No wind. Girls are happy. Those not familiar, that's the chickens. That's the chickens. They're not my chickens, but they like me. Butter pecan, New England brand coffee. It's good for you. Good for you. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Stop it. Not having any of that negativity. Negatory. No negativity here. So let's see if we got some other, some time killers. Hey, there's Laurel. Welcome to the show, Laurel. Hey, let me know whether or not you can hear a high-pitched buzz. I can see the line and it's fluttering when I'm not throwing any sound out there, and I can hear it in the earphone. Is it quiet when I'm not talking, or can you hear it? I don't mind the background noise when I'm running the AC, but it's audible but low and not super annoying. Okay, yeah. I've switched out the cable and trying to get rid of it. And I can get rid of it if I do a half pull and just run half of the, let's see here. Okay, now it should be about all gone. But the problem is I'll bet you when I if I play other noise, other stuff, it's going to not hear. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah. We'll try something here. I'm sure you folks have seen the New York Police Department dance team, which was stop it. But unbeknownst to a lot of people, it's not just police officers, any civilian. So, i.e., if you work for the police department, even tangentially, and you're a gal, you can be on the dance team. But they shouldn't have a dance team. But I'm going to play you a news from PIX News. PIX 11. I don't know where they're out of. It's pix11.com. I'll go ahead and I will play you their spot on it, and it goes into who they are, and well, I may stop now and again and give my 2 cents worth, but let's go. Yeah, see, it's not coming in.
These members of the NYPD like to
are the dance team, and they are looking for a few good people who share their passion for dancing. Joining us are some members of the squad and the president, Autumn Rain Martinez. Good morning.
Good morning.
How we doing? Now, anybody can join, or do you have to be a member of the NYPD?
So any member of the NYPD, uniform member of the service, or any civilian member of the service can join the NYPD.
Because we have a dancer here.
Oh,
but you know,
I mean, we could
don't
make an
count me out
exception.
just yet. Hey, listen, okay, but
Right. So basically, if you work for the NYPD in any capacity, you can be on the team. Now go ahead and let me know if the now you can probably hear that humming. I'll push that back in after this is done. But yeah, let me know if this is up. The volume's good enough for you.
before we start, I want you to all, we'll have you pass the mic so you can introduce who you are and how you joined, or how you are a member of the NYPD. So we'll start with you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cadet Betancourt. I'm part of the NYPD Cadet Corps, and as she mentioned, it's open to all MOS, so I'm able to participate in this.
Yes.
lovely-
Very nice.
Good morning, I'm Officer Rodriguez. So I joined when the dance team first established because the previous president, she was in my command at the
Okay.
73rd Precinct.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah.
Okay, who do we have behind you?
Hi, I'm Detective Gutierrez. I joined 6 months after it started, so
Okay.
it's still brand new.
Very
Great.
nice.
Good morning. My name is P.A. Duncan. I'm new on the team, and I'm also a civilian.
No, very nice.
Hello, good morning, Sergeant Santos. I joined when it first started.
Very nice.
Hello, good morning. My name is Officer Blank, and I recently joined in September of 2023.
Okay.
Very nice.
Okay, so clearly, as you can see, the vast majority of these gals are actually on the department. They're actually police officers. God help us. But now they're going to explain. They're going to explain why the dance team came about in the first place.
So, Autumn Rain, let's talk about the troop overall, right? What kind of made it come to fruition, and what's the goal of the team?
So the goal of the team is to make sure that we have a space to do have a mental, release our mental,
Yeah, the
stress. Our
stress,
mental,
To have a mental, to release the stress. Shut up. You're police officers. You need a place that your dance team is so that you can do the mental, do the release the stress. Okay.
issues, because we have a lot of things we see on the job, from any kind of robbery or any kind of just any kind of crime. So we have to have a space to decompress.
Right. Any kind of robbery or any kind of crime. Really, you knew you were going to be you're going to be interviewed. And number one, a robbery is not a. When you come in after a robbery, it's not high stress. Not really. She could have said assault, domestic violence, murder. We deal with rape. We deal with also, she could have listed off some things, and she couldn't. But here we go.
And just have a space to relax and have fun.
Wow. And you also do a little bit of community service, right?
Yes.
Right. And so that they can have space. You know what? I'm going to say, I am sick and damn tired of this whole space crap. We never talked about space. Everybody has their space. You don't need a space. It's what you got your boyfriends and your girlfriends and your spouses and your families for, and you're off duty. Space. You're a cop. You're a freaking cop. Again, heaven help them.
Absolutely. So we do like going into the community, especially going to the schools to make sure that the kids have a place to exercise. So we do a lot of little intensive with the kids and do that.
They go to the school to make sure that the kids have some place to exercise. They don't have a gym. They don't have a playground of some sort or facilities for them to exercise. Are you kidding me? You go to schools to make sure that they have a place that they can exercise. Again, folks, you can't make this shit up.
We also go to parades and galas. We did a line of duty spouses gala last year, actually. We're hoping to do it again, so we performed with them too.
And a basketball game recently?
And the basketball game, yes, and we won. PD versus FD.
Wow. What was that like?
We won, and it was great. It was so fun.
Well, what are you going to perform for us today?
So today we're dancing to Club Can't Handle Me by Flo Rida.
I'm just...
That's his jam. All right.
Okay, now I'm going to warn you folks. If you have never seen these gals dance before, we use the term dance extremely loosely. Extremely loosely. But here you go.
Well, we're going to let you perform.
Awesome, thank you.
Thanks.
There you go.
Now so that I don't get a copyright strike. But yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Another pause now. I like how, especially this gal right here, she always has to keep looking over to make sure that she's doing what the other gals are doing, and they're all, it's like, no, come on, now you're a dance troupe, and you supposedly do this shit, and you can't do your routine, which is rudimentary at best, without looking at each other. Come on. We see more hustle. I'll be honest. We see more hustle in a gym setting, where you go to the fitness center and you do the aerobics and stuff like that. They got more dance moves and stuff than this thing is. that's a no. And no, I'm just gonna. That's no. No, it's. For the life of me, I cannot understand why that they would think that this is number one good, because it's not. But really, the vast majority of them are actually officers on the NYPD. Jesus, they had a hard time getting up off of the floor. They need their space. They need their space. I don't know. I just don't. I don't get it. I don't get it. Crime is through the roof in New York City, and they're doing this crap right here. Laurel says, you just wasted a few minutes I'm never going to get back. And I can't see that. Lord Almighty, we've seen middle school cheer squads that have more pep, energy, and danceability than these, most of them police officers. New York City. New York City. My goodness. What the hell? I just don't get it. I truly don't. Well, no. I get it. I get it. It's wrong, but I get it. Oh, and they're, you won in basketball against the fire department. Was it the girls playing the girls? Or were they mixed squads or what? I have no idea. Gus says, hey, Gus, welcome to the show. He says, that was basic cheer moves when kids are 7 to 10 years old. Yeah, if. And they're not even doing it. Here's number one. If you're dancing, you're doing the cheers. Whatever you think you're doing, you're not doing it enough. So if you're going to do a little bit of emotion, do it about 10 times more. They're barely moving. And like I said, they couldn't get up down on their knees and try to get up off the ground. And some of them, it's like, holy cow, do you need a freaking crane? do you want some help? We need to stop the music so that you can get yourself up off the ground. These are police officers. We need to we need a space where you can do what? Decompress from all the crimes that you're involved in, and then and then they don't list anything that's a stressful crime. You're not going into bars breaking shit up. You're not going and wading through guys swinging at each other. You're not talking about on-scene domestic violence in progress, murders. There's all sorts of stuff, There are a lot of serious things that police officers have to deal with. There are. They couldn't think of any. But, oh, Lord Almighty. God. Heaven help them. Oh, man. I'm sure the guys out there, in the trenches, I'm sure they're really cheering you gals on. Fighting for your equal pay, too, I'll bet. Equal pay. Stop it. Oh, my God. Well, y'all know what I think. I've said it more than once. Y'all know what I think. I'm not going to say it. Laura's like, don't do it, John. Don't do it. We know, John. Yes. Y'all know what I think. And exhibit 753 right here. There you go. You need your space. And get those spaces. You got to get those spaces done. Gus says, I had 5 girls in cheer from grade school to college, and I would be embarrassed. Yes. Look, these are female ossifers. Those ossifers need their space, and they need to check the schools to make sure the kids have a place to exercise. To exercise in those, I guess, those schools that don't have exercise space. Like, did you think anything through? You just look. You say you've been in parades and you've been at events and you've done this and that. You've had to have spoken to people about this shit before, and that's all you could come up with. Laurel says out of shape officers. Yeah, and it's even worse for females. It's even worse for females. Because an out-of-shape male is still many times stronger than a female who is in shape. I'm not saying this just to look, it's biology. It is what it is. So then you get out-of-shape gals. You're a police officer, huh? Again, y'all know my thoughts. Oh. Got my since everything is kind of switched around, and I lost a lot of my workspace because the monitors are a lot closer. So I had to put up I got some stuff over here. What is it? I have a stand that was painted black. Use it for my photography. It goes with my photography equipment. So when I set up, I have a complete mobile setup. So I got my lights, I got my backdrop and all sorts of stuff. And stands and what have you. And then I have my black stool and I have my black TV tray thing. You know what I'm talking about. I put that over there by the wall. So now I have some place to throw my stuff when I'm working. It's like, I have no place to put my papers and stuff. You're like, that's not needed information, John. Well, no, it's not, but I'm sharing it anyways. Because y'all saw the room before I started in, making it the new studio. My goodness. New York PD dance team. Oh, let me get that out of there because that's just that's really annoying the crap out of me. Oh my goodness. Got that 90-year-old gal that the National Multiple Sclerosis Society decided that she could no longer work with the National MS Society. Why? Because she didn't understand all of this preferred pronouns crap, and she refused to put her pronouns on her correspondence. So, of course, hey, we can't have any of that. That goes against the National Multiple Sclerosis Society's diversity, inclusion, DEI, diversity, how's that called? DEI. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. And they doubled down on it when they were asked about it. And they're like, yeah, everybody deserves to feel safe. You don't feel safe because a 90-year-old woman doesn't put she, her on her fucking emails? Get out of here. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this up. So she dedicated 60 years of her life to this organization and to helping people with multiple sclerosis because her husband had it and then he died. I think he died about 20 years ago. So her and her husband worked together while he had MS for like 40 years. And then 20 years after that, she's still doing it. And no, she can't do it anymore. Well, the MS Society says you can still do it. You just can't do it associated with us anymore. Again, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Let's see the letter here. As we discussed earlier during our phone conversation, after a thorough review of our guidelines and standards, it has come to our attention that there has been a failure to abide by our diversity, equity, and inclusion guidelines during your time as a volunteer. Unfortunately, based on the situation, we have made the difficult decision to have you step down from your volunteer position effective immediately. How's about you? I'll tell you what, I'm going to volunteer and spread my cheeks so that you can kiss me. How's about that? I mean, again, you can't make this stuff up. It blows my mind. They think this is 2024. This isn't like 1980. The world knows about this. As soon as it happened, the world knows about this. It's like, holy cow, really? Really, you're going to do this, 90 years old? Because she won't abide by your diversity, equity, and inclusion standards? Because she won't put she, her on her email. You are outright insane. So what do y'all think about that? Everybody's quiet. Oh, my goodness. How's that? Now the damn thing's not making any noise. It's got to be in the... It's in my amp preamp. Can't fix stupid. No, unfortunately you can't. So yeah, good luck raising your money there, National Multiple Sclerosis Society. It's like, boy, you people are a bunch of morons. Bunch of morons. Absolutely moronic. But there you have it. Try to see if there's any other news. Yeah, I went over the old. I don't think you guys were here. The Trump in the town hall, and him saying who was on his short list, and it's like, really, again, people. That's what upsets me. I just don't look. Trump's going to Trump. Trump's going to Trump. I expect shit from Trump. But what really chaps my ass... Gosh, this has been a long day. My mind is wandering. Yeah, no, I get it. I had a started in about an hour before the show. It's been a long day. But, yeah, I get Trump's going to be... y'all know my views on Trump, too. But, yes, if he's the nominee, I'll vote for him. I wish both him and Biden were to just disappear, but... Well, it says my sister has MS, but it won't be supporting the foundation. Yeah, it's stupid. And here's another thing. I was like, you got a foundation that's been going on for a shit ton of time. And ain't nobody really got a cure for MS or anything like that. I honestly believe that a lot of these foundations, it's about the foundation. It's the machine. You look at all sorts of charitable organizations and what have you. And you look how much money goes in and then how much goes to the actual cause. Yeah, most of it goes to run the organization. To me, then it's not about the cause, it's about the organization. What I say is, if you want to donate, find an actual hospital or something that's doing the research. Give directly to them. None of these organizations. Let them die. Again, if your organization takes over 50% of what you draw in, and I'm being generous, I'm being damn generous. If your organization takes over 50% of what you draw in versus what's going to the cause, it's not about the cause. It's about the machine, and that's damn near most of them. Laurel says, look at what the CEOs make. Yeah, I don't get into that. I don't care what each of the people make. What's the organization? Again, if the CEO of these organizations makes $3 million a year, and the organization is still running off of like 3% of what they draw in, I don't care. Good on you. You made $3 million. You're running the whole organization. You're only spending, 3%. Let's say 5%. No, fuck it, 10%. 10% of what you draw in, and the rest is going to your cause. Good on you. Good on you. Gus says St. Jude is good. I didn't look into those. Everybody look into it. Look into who you want to give money to. Because their books are open. You can go find out. You can find out what percentage of what's going in versus what's going out. And then give accordingly. I'd imagine St. Jude. Everything I've heard is fine, but I haven't crunched the numbers. You got like the Ronald McDonald House. I didn't look into that too, but you might want to look into that one. That generally it gives housing to families whose family members are undergoing medical treatment. St. Jude and the Salvation Army, the only two I will support. Goodwill is the absolute worst of them all. Yeah, but see, Goodwill, here you go. Goodwill is fine. It's a business. Goodwill is a business. And I like Goodwill because I know what it is. I'm not blind to what it is. If you have virtually no money and you've got a job interview coming up, you can buy an $800 suit for $25. So Goodwill has its place. But too many people think it's something that it's not. It's not charity. It's a business. It's a business. You don't have any clothes. You got a whole family. Let's say you got a whole family, and their shit burned down. You can take the whole family, and for like $100, you can outfit everybody in the family. Does Goodwill make a profit? Yeah, because they're a business. Yeah, they got to make because they got to pay their employees. One thing about Goodwill that they can be a little bit cleaner. Get your shit cleaned. Another type of store that's much like Goodwill is, I don't know if they have it in your area. It's called Savers. Gus is probably familiar with this because they got some Savers around here. I don't know how far in the nation that they've got. Ronald McDonald has my support. Yeah, like I said, I can't imagine that their overhead is busting what you're coming in because they provide a lot. They give meals and lodging for family members that are going through medical treatments. That's a good cause. Yeah, Goodwill. I don't consider. No, don't give to Goodwill unless you want to give to Goodwill. Gus has never heard of it. Yeah, they got some. I'm trying to think if Concord has some. I know Manchester's has a Savers, and some of the other towns. I think Nashua's got a Savers. It's like Goodwill. You wouldn't know the difference going into Goodwill and going into Savers. It's, it's used clothing. Some of it's new clothing. A lot of it's new clothing. Household goods. It's almost like flea market stuff. You go on in there, it looks like flea market stuff. But you go and you can shop and you look through and you get some good deals. You find the stuff. Some of the stuff is brand new. But again, you can get name brand stuff at pennies on the dollar at both Goodwill and Savers. Laurel says, my daughter and I stayed at Ronald McDonald House in New York City back in the early 90s. Yeah, helps out families. It's very crucial. Very crucial. I think they were pulling some horse shit during the whole Rovid thing, though, if my memory serves me right. But everybody was pulling stupid shit. Gus says, Habitat for Humanity is a pretty good organization. Okay, folks can look into that. I'm not familiar with it. I'm not intimately familiar with Habitat for Humanity. What was the other one? Let's see here. Oh, Salvation Army. There was something, I think they went woke some years back. Salvation Army. I prefer, most of the stuff that I've ever done is just helping people in need. Give directly. I know where my money and my resources are going. Yep. Oh. Hey, is the picture quality too hazy? No, it looks fine on this one. Go back on this. A little hazy. Over here. It depends upon the screen. No, it should be fine. Played with the colors. Toned it down just a hair again. Brightened up the colors just a little bit. Heck, I'll figure it out tomorrow when I review the show. Laura says, looks fine to me. Fine as wine. Right as rain. Yeah, every screen is different. I got 2 different applications on this screen down here, and they look different on it. Move them over here to this screen, they look different. Watch them on my laptop, looks different. Put it on my cell phone, everything looks great on the cell phone. Everything looks great. Gus says, I've used Ronald McDonald House when we had to do a lot of stuff with my son at Dartmouth Hitchcock. They were fantastic. Laura says, fine as wine. I had sketty for dinner. I usually have my wine with it. I just had water. Was not in that kind of mood. Haven't had a lot of whiskey. Man, we're getting weird weather patterns. And you know me with the weather. And the migraines kick in. So I don't drink when I get a headache or I'm pissed off. Pissed off. I don't do that. So it's nice. I can get a drink every now and again. I imbibe. But not the libations. We went over that. Imbibing is to drink, and a libation is what you pour out for the deities or spirits or what have you. Those are the libations. Good libations. Oh, my goodness. Yep. Ah, man. Long day. 40 today. 40. Where's Judy? I say it's 40. She's like, it was 75 degrees here. No. Yeah, Judy. Yeah, Judy. I got the name right. Said Judy. Said it. And then Donna popped in my head. And it's like, no, that's not Donna. That's not Donna. It's Judy. Judy's the one that lets us know how warm it is down there in Oklahoma. Okie. Bit okie. That was the pour the other night. Bit okie. That's not it wasn't a bad whiskey. I just could use a bit more honey and vanilla maybe. Maybe burnt caramel would be good with it. But Laura says we had 65 here in Kentucky. My goodness, 65. I can't drive 65. Man, when you running around in shorts? Shorts and flip-flops. Laura's running around the neighborhood, hosing everybody down. It's hot. You could catch on fire. No, stop it. Laurel, get back in the house. Oh. And go back to the Orca. What's it supposed to be like this weekend? You got to go back out to Vermont and start moving some stuff around, getting it ready. Gus says, I don't think it got above freezing today. Yeah, 40. It was 40 here. You didn't get past freezing today? Yeah, we got 40. Laura says when the temps stay at 40 for a week, then the capri pants and T-shirts come out. Yeah. Well, I said, as soon as temperatures hit 50, you shouldn't be able to go back in the other direction. Yeah, that's weird, Gus, that you didn't get above freezing. Yeah, it's nice and toasty here. And we're on other sides of Concord. He's north of Concord, I'm south of Concord. I mean, it's not like we're in complete different latitudes or anything, but yeah, it's weird that he didn't get up past freezing and we got 40. I gotta move something out of the racetrack. I don't know if the missus brought it there or one of the girls brought it there. It was a red plastic basket thing. We turn it upside down. And they climb up on it. It's out in the back corner. The racetrack is around the chicken coop. I got my run. And then the coop's in the run. And then there's, I call it the racetrack. It goes around the coop itself. So I can crouch down. I bend down. I can't walk it. I can crouch over. And I just kind of scooch around the side and around the back and around the other side. And I got this red basket thing in the back corner, and I almost fall over because I don't have much room to get past it. And it was there, so I think I'm going to have to move that. I don't know if the girls brought that back there or not. I can't believe the missus would bring it back there. She can't get back there. I can get back there. Oh, it got me off topic again. When Trump and his short list for candidates, it's like, no, stop. No. DeSantis, Scott, Vivek, Byron Donalds, Kristi Noem, and Tulsi Gabbard were on his short list. No. So I can't get into politics. I could never play that game. And what upsets me, and I never got back to what about that whole thing, it's not so much that Trump is doing this. Again, Trump is Trump. It just pisses me off that nobody's calling it on. I'm the only person that I've seen all day anywhere online that's called this out and go, hey, hey, did we all forget what Trump said 5 minutes ago? My goodness. Oh, Tulsi Gabbard? No. 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 I'll sit down and talk with her. She seems like a nice enough gal. But she is a classic Democrat. I'm sorry. I'm not so far lost in the woods that I think that a sane Democrat is somebody that I'm going to vote for. No. Laurel says the speculations are amazing. Yeah. It's like, we talked about it. Oh, and everybody out there, this person and that person. Again, we came to a general consensus. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ben Carson seems like the most logical choice. But it's Trump, logic. I don't know. I like Kristi Noem. I just don't think that she does not have the docile nature that would work best with Trump. Yeah. Trump likes feisty people. He does. As long as he thinks he's in control of them and they're not stealing his freaking limelight. So I don't think that Kristi Noem would work. Now that said, how old's Kristi? Kristi in her 50s? She's still got time later to run VP. Let's see how old Kristi is. Kristi Noem. Yeah, she's 52, so she's still young. Yeah, I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. I was thinking mid 50s. She's 52. She got plenty of years left for the VP slot. Those not aware, she's South Dakota. Governor of South Dakota. I think that they would make that's a power ticket right there. That's a power ticket. But I think it's too much power. I think it's too much power. Ben Carson. And there was speculation within the inner circles about him too, anyways. It's not like this is out of the blue. We're not the only ones that figured that out. It was writing on the wall. But right now, Trump's just playing the games. But just like I said, it's like, I didn't see anybody point this shit out. And then going online and watching people go, yeah, oh, Tulsi Gabbard, yeah, Tulsi Gabbard, yeah. Are you out of your mind? Look. If it was a choice between Tulsi Gabbard or Joe Biden, yeah, it's Tulsi all day. But other than that, no. No. She is not. Just because she's hated by the loony left, because she's not totally insane, and she's spoken out about the radicals within the Democrat Party, doesn't mean she's a Republican. No. So I just don't see that happening. But yeah, more of that politics crap. We talked about RFK Jr. and folks are trying to get him to run as a libertarian because they have the platform. He's not going to. No, sorry about that. He's not going to make it on all the ballots as an independent. It's impossible. The numbers aren't there. But if he slid in as a libertarian, they've already got the slots. He could make it on the ballots. The problem is he's not a libertarian. he's not a libertarian. Yeah. So and even the higher ups in the Libertarian Party know that he's not a libertarian. The only thing that they would do is they'd be able to get a vote share in a national election, but it's a false one because he's not a libertarian. He can't win the national election. Libertarian Party is not ready for national play. And they got a Libertarian Party. You can't, one of the biggest problems of the Libertarian Party is nobody is a true libertarian to people in libertarian parties. You're not libertarian enough. It's impossible. It doesn't matter what your stand is. If you're halfway moderate on any stand and you're not for smoking drugs and shooting in the streets, and as in shooting up, not as in firearms, and no government at all, which is, of course you need government. You're running for government office. Then they just shoot themselves in the foot. They did it their last go around too. Nut job. Excuse me, coffee. I always said libertarian is a great idea. It's an even better way to run local politics, even on up to state level. You get into federal, and it's like, The problem is the federal government has too much power. It was never meant to have that power. I watched it was a video, I forget who it was, and he was talking about American exceptionalism. And he was shitting all over the place. It's like, no. But you go, yeah, he's right. He's right. Oh, the American exceptionalism. We're different from the rest of the world because of American exceptionalism. Our government is set up the way it is because of American exceptionalism. And he's like, no, the founding fathers knew that the average person, who was then going to be the new Americans, were just like everybody else and has their faults and farbles and everything else. And they knew the dangers of government and they knew the dangers of idiots. So they designed a system that spread the power out as broadly and thinly as they could possibly do it. Why? Because people are idiots. So it was like, oh, yeah, I see it. I see it. Gus says, Power Rangers, we have the power. No. Power Rangers. No, the Power Rangers is go, go, Power Rangers. I have the power as He-Man, right? Are you mixing them up? Hey, Donna, welcome to the show. And she's saying, hey to you, Gus. Pinch-a-log Gus. Don't know if you saw that. I mentioned that in one of the other posts. Let's see where that was. Let's see if I can figure out where that was. I don't think Gus saw it. Let's see here. Pinch a log. That's not it. Yeah, it was on the, I'm far less concerned that something isn't passed than what gets passed. Let's see the things right here. Yeah, Judy saw it, and then underneath it I wrote, quote, pinch a log, end quote, Gus. Yeah, Judy saw that. I don't think you saw that on. So like I slipped a Gusism in there, and Gus didn't even see it on the show. I was hoping he was going to see it. Let's see if he even... he might not have even seen the whole post, because I'm looking at the people who left emojis and scrolling down through, and I don't think Gus even... Yeah, I don't even see Gus's name on there. So he didn't even see the original post. Yep. Oh my goodness. Says he was too busy pinching a log. That's a lot. Yeah. The bigger the log, the harder you get a pinch, I guess. Somebody's giving laughies. Oh, it must be Gus that's giving the laughies. Funniest night we've had. I don't know. We've had some pretty funny nights over the years. Over the year. How long has the show been back up now? We brought the show back up when it was on Facebook, and that was and they hit me with the no broadcasting. I think it was spring of last year, so it had to have been. Yeah. I've been running the show there for a while, so brought the live stream back. It must be over a year now, well over a year now. Yeah. Boy, I'm waiting for the warm weather. I got to get over them. As long as it's not supposed to be raining or anything this weekend, I got to head on over to Vermont. Gus will know what I'm talking about. The stuff that's stacked up at the side of the house, the front side of the house, where I told you the bees were in the summertime. I got to get all that stuff out because I think they got a ground nest up in there, and I want to get all the stuff out. I'll just bring it down by the shed, and check it out so that come spring, if they start waking up or other, I'll handle that nest. But I can't handle it when I got all that stuff stacked up there. So yeah, I got to get another dumpster. Going to get another 30-yarder. And get that stuff taken care of. See if we can get this sold by midsummer. I'm going to get it sold before I have to pay more taxes, but I don't think I'm going to pay a full year this time because I can break it up. I can break it up into 4 quarters. And I'm good until July. Yep. So we'll see how that goes. Gus says, I was going to get it, but you said no. Get what? Get what? What were you going to get? What are you going to get there, Gus? Oh, get the bees. No, I didn't want you screwing around because I didn't know whether they had a nest built in the boxes or, no, I didn't want you stung. Didn't want you stung because they weren't busy when we went there. Could hardly see them. But, yeah, earlier, man, the warmer months, and they were just busy coming zipping in and out of there. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be messing with that. So while it's still cold, I'm going to be moving that stuff out. Moving it out. Take a look. See, because when they're cold, I can outrun them. But yeah, if I can get the stuff out of the way and I can find the nest, I can go ahead and douse that good. Take care of that problem. See, the sun hits there, and that's what it is. The sun hits that good south-facing wall. You still get that adjustment handle on the whatever the hell it is. I can't even remember what it's a machine of some type. Is it a saw? It's a saw on a stand, some kind of a saw. Seesaw. He saw. That's Gus's pronouns. He saw. He saw. Hey, jackass. Hey, why does he always call you jackass? I don't know. He always calls me that. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I don't do bees well. I got stung as a kid. A radio arm saw. It says a radio arm saw. Radio killed. It's a radio arm saw. You can take the whole damn thing if you want it. Yeah. You got stuff all over the place. I got some power tools on the side of the house. It's like, what the hell? You don't do that shit. You don't leave them out there. I was like, oh, this is great. Came across a looks like a Dremel. You know, it's got a thing, a Dremel, but it's like 5 times bigger than a Dremel, but it's the same idea, and it has the rotary things on it, but it's huge. It's like, the whole thing is like, well, it's gone now. It was like this big, and the Dremel's only like this. It was like this big, and about that big around. That's a big old thing. Like, oh, man, that's going to be cool. Okay, let's try it out. Plugged it in. Freaking smoke and sparks everywhere. It's like, whoa. No, I guess this is not coming home. Yeah, it's like a router. It's a handheld. But it's big. It looks like a Dremel, but it's a hand. See, I have a routers are, you know, they're down on the bottom and they got the chuck on the bottom. They go, but no, this is kind of like looks like a Dremel, but it's super huge. Hey, Judy, welcome to the show. We talked about you earlier. Gus says, I don't like them either. It's the only thing that make me run and scream like a girl. Oh, back to bees. Yeah, I do not. Yeah, when I was a kid, I had a run-in with a bunch of angry gals. And, man, I ended up in the hospital, almost died. They tagged the crap out of me. It's like, yeah, so no, I'm not fond of those things. Not fond of those things. I used to not even be able to go into gardens anymore because even those bees I just couldn't do it. I can do it now. So normal bees like that, yeah, I don't get friendly with them. Bumblebees, those are fine. I don't get friendly with them, but yeah, I got some, I don't know if they were yellow or white jackets or something, but they were that type of bee. And they just, they put me in the hospital. So it's like, no, John doesn't mess with that shit. I give them wide berth whenever possible. Yeah. I'd rather, I'll fight a pit bull. I'll fight a dog. Yeah, bring it on. I want nothing to do with bees. So, yeah, we'll get that sorted out. So, Judy, you have a long day at work? Donna says, first time I went bear hunting in Canada, I spent the first day in a blind full of bees. Nah, screw that. No, thank you. No. Not having it. Not having it. No. Spiders, they're okay, depending on the type of spider. Bees, no, which is really funny because folks that have been following my photography, And I posted up pictures before. I got some good bee pictures. I'll take a picture of a bee, although honestly, some of them it's like, But yeah, I'm not a bee person. Oh, I got some damn good pictures of bees. Let's see if I got some pictures of bees. Let's see here. Let's see if I got some pictures of bees. Bees in here. Bees. Search here. Bees. Bee. It's not a bee. It's not a bee. Come on now. Let's see if I got some pictures of bees. Oh, there's a good one right here. This isn't a bee. This isn't a bee, but I love this shot. Let's see here. There we go. That's not a bee, but I like that shot. That, yes, that is my work. That's Dana Bash from CNN. Yeah, I love that shot. Okay, let's go back to, let's see if we can get some more bees. Let's get some bees. Bee, that's not a bee. Yeah, I haven't posted photography pictures for quite a while. So, doesn't come up. Doesn't come up. Let's try this photography. Do photography. See if that comes up. Oh, see, there's a... hey, let's pull this up for you folks. Gus says... Donna says, they don't bother me, and I didn't bother them. Spiders, no, no, no. See, I'm the opposite. The opposite. I'd rather have a spider around than bees. Gus says, I'm not allergic. I got into a ground hornet's nest cutting wood, and it started about 50, stung about 50 times. Yeah. Went right up my pants. No, stop it. Laurel says, I agree with you, Donna. That blind would have been burned to the ground if it was spiders. No, I wouldn't be there with bees either. Okay, let's pull up some. Here we go. Here's some. There's some of my macro work right there. There's a moth on a flower. Moth on a flower. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's a nice picture too. Look at that. Just a, it's out one of my street photography shots. A Hindi woman. Hindaruni. See, here's an ant. Well, that's not an ant. It's a bee bug flying something or other. I don't know what the heck that is. And a flower. Go back to some of these later. I'm trying to see if I can get some bees. Oh, it's kind of a neat, almost looks like a rhino or something. It's a wood beetle of some sort. Get out of here. There you go. Let's see what we got going on here. Do we got anything else? Come on now. There's a key. And, oh, there's me. Kids at a skate park. Oh, I'm sure we got some bees here. This is a, I got it's a little bee right here. You can't see it very well, but it's there. A little itty bitty fly. More little itty bitty flies right here. There's a bee. There's a bee. Yeah, it's a bee. Okay, so we've gone through there. A cute little gal. Bubbles. That's bubbles. Got kids at down in Manchester. Laura says those are gorgeous pictures. Thank you. What do we got here? That's a photo shoot of Cat Girl. Let's bring it up to some of the other ones here. There's a railroad track. Judy says great pictures. Thank you. Railroad track. It's in a railroad tie. Railroad track. So is that some treatment plant or something like that by the river? Wall, railroad track. Let's go on up. You've seen these? There, we've seen no, we didn't see these. But these are kids at a skate park riding their bikes. It's down in Manchester. These are only samples from sets that I did. Oh, it's a neat truck here. West Auburn Fire. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see here. No, you got some up here. No, come on now. I know we had some more up here. Here we go. Yeah, see, here we go. I love portraits. When I do portraits, I like faces. I do sort of whole bodies, but I prefer faces. Gus says the spike with a number. It is the year it was put in. Well, there you go. Thanks for that, Gus. Yeah, I love faces. Judy says there's so much detail in them. Really nice. Well, thank you. Oops, let's go back here. No, there we go. Go back up here. Hit the wrong thing. Where was I? Okay, I was there. Nope, Gus Nee's coming. Good thing I have the mute button. Bzz, bzz, bzz. He's throwing the bees out there. Gus is throwing the bees out there. Don't throw the bees out there, Gus. Yeah, this guy was booking down, man. He was moving. Having a good time. I think it was up in one of the ski areas. It might have been, trying to think. It might have been Mount Sunapee. On the backside of Mount Sunapee, or on the side of Mount Sunapee, they got a bike, mountain biking course. Yeah, some folks like this one. One of my favorites out there. Every time I show up, people really like that. That guy was having a good time. Yeah, that's back at the beginning again. Just one of the little albums that I got there. I got like these whiskey shots. Yeah, I like this one. This was fun. That's the same guy I use when I Stormtroopers day out. This one right here, believe it or not, it's in the middle of the day on my dining room table, broad daylight. This is how you can manipulate the light via exposure and stuff like that. This is two flash, two strobes with a bounce card in the front here. You can't see it; it's out of the frame, just below. So you can't see it. So I got about a 45 up in here, and a 45 up in here, and then a bounce card in the front. Broad daylight. Broad daylight. Yeah, that was that. It's a different album, but same pictures. Well, that was that. I didn't see too many B pictures in there, but it is what it is. Yep. I don't know. I may get out and do some more street photography. The weather gets good. Most of the Rovid hogwash is gone, so get out there and go places. Nobody's going to futz with you. Used to bring my DSLR with me whenever we went on our road trips. You know, me and the missus, we like to go for rides, but found myself always searching for the shot. Like, I got to get the shot. Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, let me know. Okay, over there. And it took all the enjoyment out of just enjoying the ride. Good thing is cell phones do. Unless you're going to want to do something really artistic, a cell phone's fine. I tended to do artistic stuff though. Because, yeah, cell phones will do a lot, capture great quality shots, but you got a lot more versatility with a DSLR, with their lens capabilities. Everybody's quiet now. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't fallen asleep. So what else we got going on here? slower show than some others. But it happens. Everybody's quiet. Gus and his bees. Bees and a ladybug. Donna says she spent the week going through her coin jar. Went to turn in just the quarters and broke the coin machine. Yeah, well, that's their fault. That's their fault. Gus says I'm working on it. Yeah, man. Excuse me. Yeah, it hit hard. About an hour before the show. Coffee getting to me. What else? We talked about, we got the gals dancing. We got the Trump thing and nobody calling them out on it. And we got I didn't get a lot of attention on my Facebook page either. People hate it when I call Trump out on stuff. And it really wasn't so much about Trump. It's like, why hasn't and Laura Ingraham should have called him out on that. Said, hey, thought you said that anybody that ran against me would not be on my list. Yeah. It's like, I couldn't do that. You talk shit about me and my family. I'm going to be playing this politics. Oh, it's politics. No, it's not. No, it's not. We're going to go out back and I'm going to whoop your ass. That's what it is. Yeah. Go on, bring a couple of your goons with you. We'll see how that plays out. It's like, no, I don't do that because I don't play that way. I don't play that way. No, so I'm not suited for politics. I'm not politicking. If I'm politicking, someone's getting an ass kicking. Laurel says, did he make the list or did someone else in his circle? I have no idea. To me, don't care. Don't care. Yeah. I'm not politicking. It's not in my nature. Really, John? Can't believe that. Can't believe it. You're such an affable guy. I am very affable. Till I'm not. I don't put up with stuff. I just don't. I say, oh, I'm just too old for that. I was always too old for that. I was always too old for that. It's just not in my nature. Gus affable. Gus is much more affable than I am. Gus is an agreeable kind of guy. Got a good heart. Me, I'm just cantankerous. John's cantankerous. That's what it is. Yes, I am. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Man, the last 5 minutes has taken 45 minutes. The last 5 minutes. Holy crap. The last time I looked up there, it was only 5 minutes ago. Wow. My eyes are about closing down. Gus says, you have not heard much about Israel lately. No, there's all sorts of other shit. Putin's been taking the airwaves. Beyonce is everywhere. It's like, oh, Jesus, stop it. No. No, Israel is still, they had the big push. The UN turdwads wanted to start their shit from South Africa and the resolution against Israel. And they're just chugging away. I think they was 130, 140 IDF soldiers have died so far, something like that. Trying to root these jack wagons out. They still got over 100 hostages there. Hamas does. But the news cycles just, like, you haven't heard much about Ukraine either, except for funding. Funding and arguing about Ukraine is what you've heard. Folks might not know, Putin took another city. So, yeah, it's like, just agree with them. Just, okay, we're going to stop. You keep your shit. The rest is fine. That's the way it's going to end up anyways. Listen to Ben Shapiro go over his analysis of the whole Russian situation. It's like, yeah, Ben, you're half right and you're half wrong. Here's the situation with Russia and Ukraine and the United States and NATO. Everybody's dirty. So when you try to say that only one side is dirty, but Putin, he has expansionist ideas and he wants to bring back the empire. Yes, he does. But that doesn't mean that his actions against Ukraine were unfounded. It's like, no, there's a lot going on here. We've talked about it on the show. There was biological weapons there. The Ukrainians were bombing the Donbass, which is ethnically Russian. I mean, there was all sorts of shit going on. NATO was encroaching upon territories that they agreed that they wouldn't be involved in. There was going to be a buffer zone. So there's all sorts of things. So yes, you can say that Putin is he's got expansionist ideas. Yes, he does. But that doesn't mean that he's wrong in this situation. Donna says, did you see where the Ukrainians bombed the city of Donetsk? Did they? Yeah, I didn't catch that. Wouldn't surprise me. She says they lobbed 4 missiles into the city. No military there. Yeah. It's like if you think, if you're going to let your hatred of Putin, because he's a hateable guy, cloud your vision into the atrocities that the Ukrainians have done and the valid points that Putin made. He made valid points and bullshit points. Yeah. Nobody's hands are clean. That brings us to Putin and the Putin killed his political opposition. Do I think he did? Yeah, he might have. Here's something that's not being told about that jackwagon. The guy that was opposing Putin isn't a good guy. He's a criminal too. Now, that said, what he did is what most everybody did in Russia to make money. It's all criminal enterprise. But people act like, he was a good guy. And guess what? He'd only get about 2% of the vote. He was not a real political contender. You know who makes him seem like a real political contender? Is Western media in the United States. He is a CIA-backed pawn. He's not a good guy. Somebody go, they killed him. He was not a good guy. It's one of those situations. Remember when Syria was having their row, and I said, there's not a good side. There's not a good dog in this fight. Stay out of it. It's the same thing between Putin and this other guy. There's not a good dog in the fight. Gus says, the one thing I've been seeing is a lot of videos about all the crap on YouTube. Every day, there's new videos up every day. You don't have to look too hard. Yeah. So there's a lot of crap out there. I got to be very selective because I got to try to keep up with what's good and what's not. What I think is, if I'm talking about it, I think it's important. So there's a lot of these side issues. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, we don't hear about the stuff anymore. I think Australian news is still covering Israel. There's some other places out there that are covering it. American, they're not, because the American news cycle is just, it's so fast. It's so fast. We're on to something different. Something new. What are we gonna get pissed off about now? And if we can't use it to our advantage, then we're not gonna use it. Same way with the Kansas City shooting. Notice how that was all gone. Gone. Because I can't use it. Can't use it. Crazy. Yeah. So yeah, Shapiro's all. We need to help Ukraine because of Russia. Yeah. What we need to do is we need to stabilize it and shut that shit down. And we can. We can. Shouldn't have went on this long. But I'm thinking that the players involved were hoping that the Ukrainians would get lucky and that Putin would fall on his face, and it hasn't quite worked out that way. Another thing, I don't know if you heard about the Russians are working on nuclear weapons in space. Some people try to make a lot of it. Not really much of a threat, at least not now anyways. And my prediction is if they ever get the capabilities to do that, and this is not ground targeted nuclear weapons. This is nuclear weapons be set off to take out satellite infrastructures and stuff like that. And because it's in space, it does not have the fuel to feed the explosion, so it doesn't quite work like it works down in the atmosphere. But it can wreak havoc. And it's too high to knock out the EMP pulses, or it won't affect anything not within reasonable distance of it out in space. Won't affect here. Like they can't knock out New York City by doing an EMP up in space where these things go. It's not working that way. EMPs, they have to be a lot closer. But we need to keep an eye on it, but it's a talking point now, and it's nothing new. People have known about it. They've known about it for a while. So you go, well, why are we hearing about it now? Well, election year. What other boogeyman do we have to worry about? And I don't get people whipped up and riled up over stuff that I don't really think is a serious matter. Like I posted up on my page. I'm not here to manipulate. I'm here to illuminate. And the rest is on you. Because I'm not into manipulation. For good or bad. There you go. Here's the information. Do it yourself. I don't do propaganda. And I don't whip people up. The same way as when I made the prediction, I said, you know what, Trump's not gonna pay a dime. Well, I had to go back in the other day and go, well, you might have to at least temporarily pay for it, because according to the way they've got their system, it's got to either be paid or secured before you can appeal, which to me that's criminal in itself. So we'll see how that goes. At the end of the day, I think he's going to get back all that he had to set aside if he has to set anything aside. Because I think that whole mess is going to be overturned. There's Judy. It was 86 degrees here today. I didn't get to enjoy it, but I hear it was nice. See, I told you. I said about that earlier. I said, Judy's not here. We're talking about whether it was 40 degrees. Yeah, Judy probably being there going, it was 70 degrees here today. Wow, 86 degrees. Oklahoma. Wow. Holy cow. It's pretty darn warm. Gus says, oh, Judy, stop it. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. I thought about maybe opening up another swag store. I don't know yet. I put a lot of effort into it the last time, and nobody bought a single thing. It's like, yeah, it'd make a good shirt. So I came up with a shit ton of shirts and mugs and stuff, and nobody bought a thing. Judy says, yes, I wish I could have been out in it. Were there bees? Bees. They're bees. '86. Wow. That's pretty warm. I can't wait to get out on the water. Get on the water. Bee, says Gus. Gus is throwing his worker bees out there. Go get him, he says. Go get him. Be the best you can be. Be all that you can be. Oh my goodness, man. I hope after it's it's time to lay down and go to bed that I don't just lay there in bed all night. Judy says, I'm sure there were bees. I would buy a Whiskey Cowboy t-shirt. Gus says, I was looking for spiders. They've got spiders, don't they? I think I saw some spiders. Keep looking there, Gus. Yeah, Judy, I had a shit ton up there, and I closed my Teespring was last ones that I used to design and putting it up there. They because I took and I closed down the shop. Nobody bought my shit, and then they took down a bunch of my product line. It was All Lives Matter product line. They wouldn't allow any of that being sold through their kiosks. It's like, well, okay. Close the shop. Like to have some excuse me, like to have some up and coming graphic artist that wants to do some t-shirt and mug design. Maybe take my likeness, turn it into like a line drawing or something, something that looks silk screened. Everything's printed now, but something like that. Get up there and throw it, stop it or pinch a log. No, it's Gus's t-shirts. We'll see. I used to do quite a lot of that stuff. I've designed t-shirts and other promotional stuff for other companies over the years. I just I don't know, I haven't done it in probably a good 10, almost 15 years now. So oh, there's some spiders. Spider, spider web, 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 spider. Judy says, I have a cricket. Judy's got a cricket. A cricket in her neck. Cricket in it. What do you mean you got a cricket? A cricket in your room? Holy crap, we're closing in now. We're sliding in on the top of the hour. Yeah, sorry, folks. It wasn't the best show we've ever had. I think a bunch of us are pretty... Oh, there we go. Those are crickets. That's crickets from Gus. I think a bunch of us are pretty tired. Oh, and by the way, my Facebook is still not working. I go to make a post, and I click on it, and it just the create post box comes up and it just spins and spins and spins, and then it finally times out. So all the stuff that I have on there, I have to send to my cell phone. And then I have to upload it from my cell phone. And I can tell you what, that's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass to build and do an email, attach the file, the image that I'm going to use, send it to myself, copy everything, post it on Facebook. It's like, oh man. So when Facebook on my end gets sorted out, it's going to be much easier again. Judy says, you can make cool stuff on them. It's a Cricut 3. Oh, Cricut. The, yeah, I know what the Cricut is. Yeah. Well, I can't do things on a Cricut and stuff. I'm gonna do my mugs and my T-shirts using a Cricut. No, I can't do that. Can't do. I'd rather just design the stuff and have a store like Teespring or something. But this is what kind of upsets me about the process. I'll be honest about it. That if somebody is willing to overpay, because for me to make any money at all, the products have to be what I consider just stupid price. And then I'm still not making much money. The base price for these products is more than people are going to pay for the product in the store. So if I sell it at a base price and don't make any money, yeah, I think it's still too high, but whatever. Let's say they buy it. So there's the T-shirt or a sweatshirt with a whiskey cowboy and a saying or something like that. And let's say they pay $25 for it. I get nothing. I get nothing. The vendor makes all the money. And that's neat. The people have the whiskey cowboy stuff, but I didn't make any money off of it. I'd rather they send me the $25. I'd rather they send me $10. Just send me $10. It's $15 off the price, and it would actually help me out. Paying $25 for a T-shirt and I don't make a dime from it. It's like, well, that's wonderful. I mean, that's great if you're selling shit ton of products, but like I said, I had the store up before and nobody bought a thing. So it's like me putting more time in to develop the stuff, create the store, create the products, get it up online, and then there you go. And I still don't make a dime. Oh my goodness. If it ever does, Facebook will, yes, Gus, it will get straightened out. I can tell you that. It had better. It's been what? Almost a week now? I don't know. It's been quite a while. I don't know what the hell the problem is. And it's on multiple systems. So it's like it can't be the same problem for all of them because they're just different. They're just different. They don't have the same things. I mean, they have the same things, but they're not, you know what I mean? It's like, well, maybe I've got a glitch on this system. What's the idea? No, I couldn't have it on the other system too. So I don't know what it is. Get it figured out. Man. Flemish again. Flamboyant. John is being flamboyant. Well, we have reached the top of the hour. And I'm not going to be coasting down to the other end, so we're going to call it an evening. But yeah, I've been thinking about whether or not I should open up a new store. If I want to do it, I want to get some decent products, so not just text. Yeah, text is fine. But some good design work in there. Got any young designers out there that think they want to throw their hat in the ring? You ain't going to get paid because I don't get paid. But if you want to be able to say, I did this as an example of your work, yeah, shoot me a line. Say, hey, Cowboy, I'd like to work up some product design for you so that I can build my resume. You're like, okay, let's see what you got. I'll even help promote you. I'll promote you. But I can't pay you. Just the way it is. Just the way it is. Gus says good night, everyone. Have a great rest of the week. Good night, Gus. Thank you for joining. Laurel says good night, everyone. I'm fading fast. Yeah, like I said, we're all crashing and burning. Crashing and burning. Thank you, Laurel, Gus, Sally, Judy, Donna, et al., whoever else was there. Lurking in the background, thank you for joining the show. I'm sorry it wasn't as exciting as it usually is, but yeah, it's just that kind of evening. I will see you again online. Next show is scheduled for Sunday evening, same time, same place. And check out my stuff on Facebook. For those who would like to help support the content, there's links in the description of the show. Everything is appreciated. But there you have it. And, well, God bless and take care.